Our next report brings us here to Doi Tung in the Mae Fah Luang district close to Chiang Rai in Thailand's north. We've travelled here with several ambassadors and the Minister of Tourism to take a look at a unique royal project that's changed the lives of many of the people who live in this region. There's no better place to witness the long-term success of a royal project than in the hills around Doi Tung in Thailand's north. It's here in these mountains that coffee, macadamias, flowers and fruit are grown. Remarkable because those are the products that replaced the opium poppy plantations here that once ruined people's lives and destroyed the landscape through slash-and-burn agriculture for many years. It's all thanks to the Doi Tung Development Project, an undertaking of the Mae Fah Luang Foundation, meaning Royal Mother from the Sky, which was established by the late Princess Mother. The Mae Fah Luang Foundation is now run under the guidance of His Majesty the King. We joined a bevy of ambassadors and spouses from around the world who came to this region at the invitation of Sport and Tourism Minister Suvit Yodmani. The convoy of visitors first paid a visit to the Hall of Opium, which graphically chronicles the efforts of the Princess Mother to eradicate the poppy industry. Today, no poppies are grown in these hills.
The Princess Mother, the late Princess Mother, on her own initiative, did the reforestation and the beautiful gardens that people can witness, and they'll be thoroughly entertained by looking at the sheer beauty of nature, as well as to wonder how 19 years ago things were so different, and now the change has occurred. So all of this is to explain to the world what can be done when there is enough motivation, and when you try to cater to the needs of the people, listen to them rather than destroying the land. There used to be some thought about burning of opium fields grown by the hill tribes people, and that kind of thing turned them into communists, joining the insurgents. So what His Majesty, his idea was to use crop substitution as a method of taking them away from opium and heroin, at the same time to try to develop the community by themselves, having alternate ways of living, that is to settle down rather than having a nomadic way of life. In the process of all this, you have a transformation of the environment, which is much greener than before.
Then an opportunity to visit the home where the Princess Mother once lived. In her room, a simple cot and very few luxuries.
When she decided to build a house here, and she put the condition with the government that she liked to work, and she liked to help, the hill tribes people, from poverty.
Afterwards, a tour of the Mae Fah Luang Garden, where you can enjoy the flowers that have replaced the poppies and are now exported around the world.
For me, this part of the trip was a surprise, because somehow I could feel I was in Europe, in the palace of the Princess Mother, and even in part of the garden. Yeah. But somehow with this exotic touch, with the huge dahlias and that's very interesting, really.
The next day, a presentation from the head of the foundation, Mom Ratchawong Disnadda, who told us of the foundation's success in taking its experience to Afghanistan and Aceh, where poppy and cannabis fields have been replaced with sheep and prosthetic industries.
Within a few years from now, I do believe that they can take over what we are doing, and what they cannot do, they can hire somebody to do it. So helping them to help themselves is our key word, and then sustainability. is the next keyword, you see. So these are the two things. You have to not say it, but do it and make it transferable to them. Because you can see now, 1,700 people working. It's only the Bangkokians, the people from Bangkok, there's only about 100 people.
Yes.
So eventually all these things is going to be turned to them and they're going to run it. And they can pay the Bangkokian. So the foundation can move down and work somewhere else.
Then a close-up look at the weaving industry that employs village women. Their silks and cottons can now be seen in fashion shows around the world. The ambassadors from this region and beyond were impressed.
Well, I think it's obviously been a great success. Poppy eradication has just about disappeared from Thailand, and instead today we've seen revegetated areas and beautiful gardens. You'd have to say that's been highly successful. I know it took a long time, but it seems to have worked.
What about your reactions to today's trip?
Wonderful. The gardens, the flowers, the opium museum, great, fantastic. Enjoyed it so much.
The opium museum was amazing.
Yeah, very large, very informative, and yeah, I'm very impressed actually.
It's nice, it's marvelous. One is at home with nature, and the Queen Mother has really left a legacy of hard work, because I learned that even at her old age she was still planting flowers, showing that she's at home with nature, which is natural. It's marvelous.
I wish they are fully successful and they can get rid of the problem. It's such a big problem all over the world. I mean, we have some of it in Latin America, and it's a big trouble. It destroys societies, introduces corruption, it breaks down democracy and everything. So in the end, I really think this is a very sort of promising experience. And hope that it's really successful and maybe can be tried in other places. Some parts of Latin America, there's been talk of eradicating coca plantations and to move them into other crops, but it hasn't proved easy yet. I don't know if the right incentives have been offered or what, but I do hope that in Thailand it will be really successful.
And this royal initiative of crop substitution and providing livelihood to those people who are cultivating opium for a very long time, I think this is tremendous, and it has been done in a very short period of time. This is a very successful project.
I mean, opium cultivation has also been an issue in Pakistan, hasn't it, and areas in that part of the world?
Yes, I think so. It has always been in the frontier region and in Afghanistan. And as you must be knowing, Afghanistan is probably the biggest grower of opium at this point of time. We have been able to eradicate opium to a great extent. I think it's almost finished now. But the crop substitution plan and which is here, I think that is tremendous, and that we can follow. This is a model for us also.
The Mae Fah Luang Foundation, a royal project that's given new life and new hope to the mountain people of Thailand.